When Bruno Gröning became known in Hereford in 1949, his emergence ignited a public discussion. Is he a charlatan or a miracle healer? A helper graced by God? Or a swindler and fraud? Could he really do something or not? The battle of opinions that started back then has continued to this day. Back then, it was mainly representatives of the medical profession. Today, it is mostly from the major churches who try to brand the Bruno Gröning Circle of Friends as a sect and to denigrate what is happening today. This book is a collection of voices from those with another point of view, namely from those who have spoken out in favor of Bruno Gröning and the Bruno Gröning Circle of Friends. Statements from the international press from then and now, excerpts from books and brochures, and also from individuals, as well as expert opinions and tributes from all over the world. This collection is rounded out by letters of request from doctors written to Bruno Gröning in 1949, being reports from that time and statements from medical physicians today, as well as current healing reports. The truth always triumphs in the end. This collection is a contribution in this regard and is intended to help those who have not yet made up their minds to decide for themselves. For newcomers, Heilstrom, this is what Bruno Gröning called the spiritual force that causes healing. He also used the terms healing wave and divine force synonymously. Einstellen. A person tunes in to the divine force and absorbs it. Regelungen, pronounced like a double O in look. The streaming in of the force starts a cleansing process in the body that can also express itself as pain. The illness is cleansed out of the body. Bruno called this Regelungen. Healing from osteoporosis. In 1990, I developed severe back pain, a continual pain in the middle of my back that hampered me considerably at work. When pain started in my finger joints and knee, I went to the doctor. The bone density measurement carried out by the doctor determined osteoporosis. Despite all the therapies, calcium, vitamin D, hormones, the pain increased, and at the next examination a year later, the bone density indicated a definite worsening of the disease. Finally, I needed crutches to walk. I was desperate, cried a lot, and was afraid of the future. I found my way to the Bruno Gröning Circle of Friends through my neighbor. The back pain disappeared within a few months, and it was the same with my hands and knees. I was able to put the crutches away. In May of 1999, I went to have the bone density checked again. This measurement suddenly showed good results for my age. A clear increase in bone density, inexplicable to the doctor, was determined so that no one could no longer speak of osteoporosis. What's Austria? At 40 years of age, I began to have constant pain in both knees while lying down, sitting, walking, climbing stairs. It got worse as years went by. My knees were swollen, hot, and painful to touch. I was in constant pain. My physician, diagnosed arthritis of the knee joints. But even an operation in January 1994 brought no improvement. On the contrary, it kept getting worse. The only possibility was for me to get a knee replacement. I was too young for that, he said. I kept having severe pain in spite of constantly taking painkillers. I could only sleep with a pillow between my knees and often woke up from turning around. Both knees hurt all the time, lying down, sitting, and especially when waking. And they were constantly swollen. I needed 2 canes for walking and could only manage short distances with great pain. Early retirement. I could no longer practice my profession as a nurse on the newborn ward. As I walked, my knee would sometimes suddenly give way and I collapsed. After 1 year of sick leave, I was dismissed and unemployed, got early retirement in January 1995. A miracle happens. I found a flyer about healing the spiritual way in my mailbox. During my introduction in May 1998, in spite of painkillers, the pain in both knees got worse than ever before. During the following months, these Regelungen pains kept recurring, which, however, I accepted as such. From September on, it started to improve, and in October I was free of pain and could sleep all night without any pills for the first time. Skiing without pain. My knees became mobile and pain-free again. I can get up and nothing hurts anymore. Since January 1999, I go skiing again and even started training with weights at the fitness center regularly. After a 50-kilometer-long cycling tour in the spring of 1999, my muscles weren't even sore the next day. Surfing and mountain hiking are also possible again. Medical commentary. Medically speaking, the course of bilateral 3-degree, worst degree arthritis of the knee, described above, worsening over 16 years, and the complaint suddenly disappearing, followed by a permanent relief of pain, cannot be explained. From a medical scientific point of view, bilateral knee replacement to provide permanent relief. F.G. Physician.